To connect your email in Pipedrive, you will click the mailbox icon on the left-hand side, and then here you will enter your email address for the account you would like synced and click Connect Email Account. You will then be prompted to select the account or enter your password if you're not already logged in, and you will click Continue to give the app permissions to access your email. Then you'll be taken back to Pipedrive and you'll click the Start Sync button. Then, depending on which license level you have, you may or may not see this Email AI tab, but everything else should look the same. And now I'm going to walk you through updating your settings. So on the account page here, you can add an email signature. So if you would like something to pre-populate, you'll click here and add your email signature, and that will automatically be added on all of the emails that you send through Pipedrive. Then in email tracking, you do want these two tabs toggled on. So email open tracking and link click tracking. And then there's one other step I will show you at the end that you need to take to actually get this feature turned on. And then under default email sharing, I'm going to pause here for a second. This is a really powerful collaboration feature within Pipedrive. So you can have all of your emails be private, which means no other Pipedrive user in your account will be able to see any of your emails by default. Or you can have it shared, which means if there's an email that is linked to a person or a deal that another Pipedrive user has access to, they will be able to see that email. So they can't see your inbox, but they can see emails that are attached to people or deals, which they can also access. So typically shared is going to be the best option here so that people by default can see each other's emails if there's any collaboration happening across opportunities. And then as far as what you're syncing, you can decide that on your own. Then in the SmartBCC tab, what this is every person and deal in Pipedrive has a BCC email address that you can use. So if you are sending emails from deals directly, that email is automatically going to be connected to that deal. But if you are sending emails from your email client and you want the email to be associated with a given deal, you can use a BCC email address to have that auto sync. And so if you are using this SmartBCC feature, you want to also update the default email sharing permissions to match what you have on your general account so that those emails are either shared or by default private when you are using the SmartBCC function. Then under general settings, here I like to keep this toggled on. And then this one, link emails to Pipedrive items. This is another important decision point for you with your email sync. So when this is turned on, what's going to happen is if you send an email from your Pipedrive mailbox or from your actual email client from Gmail or from Outlook, Pipedrive is going to try to find a corresponding person or deal in Pipedrive and link that email. So this feature is fabulous to have turned on if your open deals, you're only going to have one open deal associated with a single email address at a time. So for example, if you're a B2C company and you only ever have one open deal at a time associated with the liz@gmail.com email address, having this toggled on is going to be fabulous for you. But if you're a business where you may have 10 open deals with Liz and you don't know which one's going to close when, they're all for different products, then you likely want to have this toggled off because any email you send, let's say through Gmail, Pipedrive is going to randomly attach to one of those 10 open deals. So if you're typically only having a single open deal for a single email address at a time, then having this toggled on is great. If you're going to have multiple open deals, then you likely want to have this toggled off. In archive and delete, I like these settings the way that they are. So if you archive something in Gmail or archive something in Pipedrive, it's going to be reflected. And then deleting, generally, I don't think you should be deleting emails, so archiving them is great, and I wouldn't want to delete them in multiple places, so I would leave that toggled off. Then finally, under Email AI, you are welcome to turn these features on and play around with them. If you don't like them, you can always turn them off, but it is something kind of that's included in certain plan levels, and it is improving over time. So I recommend checking it out and rechecking it out every, 3 to 6 months, as there are constant improvements being made. Now, all of those settings have automatically saved as you've been making changes. And now you have one final thing you need to do in order to actually turn on that email tracking and link click tracking feature. So click on your mailbox, and now you should see that things have started syncing. Then you're going to just go to compose a new email. So you're going to put in a random email or your own email here. So you do need an actual to email. And then to turn on that open and link click tracking feature, you're going to toggle both of those little icons on so that they are blue. When they are blue, they are on. When they are gray, they are off. So if I click send on this message now, and then I go to my sent mail, you're going to see that that email is now showing up, and you see this little blue eyeball icon. That is the open tracking. So once it has been opened, this will turn a darker blue. You'll get an in-app notification, and the same will happen with link clicks. And then if I go to click and compose a new email now, you can see that those icons are now blue. So again, they are on by default because I have sent through that first email. So then finally here, if you need to get back to any of your settings, you just click on that little gear icon. So now when you click on mail, you're going to be taken to your mailbox, and that gear icon will take you back to the settings page where you can adjust any of those settings.